Hello everybody, it is K.Ho here, and I am here at 620 Grande. It's a great fixer, listed with Susie Higgins of Rockcliffe Realty, and I'm actually doing a replacement video because I had done one earlier, but I thought I didn't have my gimbal and I thought it merited more attention than I previously gave it. So we're over here at the edge of McLaren Park, which is right over there, and the Crocker Playground. Two of the greatest little secrets, well not so little, two of the nicest secrets in San Francisco, I think. One of the things I love about this neighborhood is this street, Dublin and Prague, the 300 block of Prague. I'm not sure which block of Dublin it is, but I love them because they are past Russia, which is at the top up there, Russia Street, which is at the top up there. They're past Russia, and they have this little neighborhood feel of themselves. Now you can see this house is one of three mid-century homes, actually 4 mid-century homes that were built. I think this one dates sometimes in the 50s or 60s. It's essentially a center tunnel, sunset style home, but it's got that mid-century feel. Now first, when you first come in, you'll see there's a really cool metal gate. The sellers are a family. The aunt, I think, lived here for the longest time, and then ended up, passing on, not at the home, so that's good. Ended up passing on, and it took them a while to clean it all out, and here we are. So first you come in, you'll see that there was a double wide garage. That's rarer in the city these days, and you couldn't get a new one if you wanted one, because the city is strict on those things. Let's come up. Here's the brick entryway. Now there is a pest report for here, and it's pretty standard in what you expect. I think this is one of the areas that they called out. But you can see above, you'll see that there's this little division. Usually there is a sink on one side and a bedroom on the other side, and that's exactly what we have here. So we're going in here, you'll see that there's a lot of deferred maintenance, but that's what you'd expect. One of the brilliant things about this home is that there are 3 beds and 2 baths on this level, the top level. You don't usually get that, but now that you do, it's pretty amazing. So we'll look at the bedrooms in a second, but first, going here to the right towards the front of the house, we see this. It's a huge, it's huge. It's almost, I can't remember, 10 or 11 feet tall. I'll get the measuring thing in a second. But look at this huge span. All the front of the house, essentially, is a glass slider. Over here, you've got a formerly wallpapered wall, but that is your dining area. Over here, you have your fireplace with the wood paneling a la Brady Bunch. And over here, you've got a little built-in. Now, there is a little step down for some reason. I think they just did that for aesthetics, but I might just level it all off if it were us doing it. You'd have to replace the windows because there's some damage there. But having this view across to McLaren is great, not having neighbors across the way. Now those are eucalyptus trees, so you gotta watch that. Beautiful scent, but I don't think there's a wildfire risk here in San Francisco per se, but you don't want to risk it, so just make sure you keep an eye on that. Rafi, of course, is with me here. He's just gonna relax. So you have this partition wall between the kitchen and the dining room. I might get rid of that. Also, you might get rid of this, even though it's pretty cool. It's not really functional or practical. Now you can see there's damage and deterioration to the floor. I think there might have been carpeting here before, and there was stainage, condensation, maybe a pet or whatnot. Who knows? But again, it's probably gonna go. Now over here is your kitchen. Very classic. I think I might have had this wallpaper as a little kid. I think I said that in the last video, and I'll say it again. But yeah, very basic. You've got an electric stove here, the hood, and then you've got this half of the tunnel entry. Beautiful light. It's around 4:15 now. It's great. One of the features I think before in the past was this, built-in for your blender. It's pretty neat. Let me see if I have my measuring. I don't know where it went, but I have my other one. So just to give you a sense of space and measurements, let's do this. Across the way here, you have your essential 24 feet, which is what you'd expect. ceiling height here, let's take a look, is, okay. Oh, let's see, hang on for a second. Error, why is this error? Let's see, 10 foot 10. So wow, 11 feet. And then over here, where Rafi is, let's take a look. As you take a look around, 10 foot 3. So even over here in this elevated area, there's still 10 foot ceilings. That's pretty amazing. Most places you might top out at 9 feet, maybe 8.5 feet, maybe 9'5", but 10 feet's great. Sorry for the tilting gimbal here. So you've got this little linen closet here. Now we're going to the back. Now this is your internal access downstairs. One of the things you could do, it's unfinished, is open this up, put a skylight above. I think that would be really a cool thing to do. Currently, it's configured with your classic sort of corally, weird green bathroom. Skylight above, which is really nice. Looks to be in decently good shape. See up there, you're getting that light. Rafi's getting a little anxious. You've got a linen closet here, the return for an older gravity style furnace. And over here, you've got a bathroom in brown with the little fish detail in the tile. Again, up here, skylight above, and then over here, you've got your classic details. Oh my goodness, look at that. Pretty amazing. Right, Rafi? Rafi's leading us on. Now you've got the 3 bedrooms here. So this is your master bedroom, I suspect. Take a look at there. They've got this little built-in here, little alcove. One of the things we always advocate is having this connect to that bathroom. So you could have this as a master ensuite. And they give you the measurements for this room, 14 feet from here. Now, let's take a look around. This is great. Take a look over here. That view is pretty spectacular. That's looking west and I think northwest, because you see a bit of San Francisco there. The yard is pretty, it's a raw canvas. They did do a new fence on the left and the back there. And you can see we're the longer yards because they're the shorter ones. I think, yeah, see, those people end earlier because that one comes out, we go further back. So it's cool. It's a beautiful house there. I love that dark facade in the back. And you can see the Crocker playground over there. You've got this lovely, I think, Grecian or maybe Roman holiday, maybe, I'm not sure, fire wallpaper. Over here, this linen closet. Don't know why it's jammed. It's there. You'll see that actually limits the headroom going down the stairs. So that's why I think opening all this, put a skylight above here, you'd get plenty of light for it. Here you got the other end of that tunnel entry. Sort of you see there's the kitchen across the way, and then you've got paneling everywhere. Lots of paneling. Let's see, the width of this room, 10'9", so it's pretty nice, and just a nice normal sized room. And over here, this is your other bedroom. Old electrical. Downstairs, you'll see we got Federal Pacific, and you've got, there's going to be some upgrades to do, but there are some really solid bones in this home. So let's take a look down here. You can see you can reconfigure this. I would scoot the bathrooms a little bit, maybe open this up here, open this set of stairs that we're going down to now. Let's see if we can push that open. There we go. So, what we like about this, imagine this opened up. And you'll see what I mean, and maybe take a little bit of room for there. But if this were opened up, you have the first question would be, hey, is it tall enough downstairs? Well, the answer is yes, it is. The ceiling height here is really impressive. Let's see if we can turn on some lights or even go outside. So it's unfinished, as you can see, but you've got these really broad headers. And it's interesting, I think this is slightly different than you would expect. Let's see if we can get these lights on here. There we go. You've got, from the front to the back, it's 58 feet. I measured it last time we were here. There's that entryway from the hallway here. Take a look here. Just you really substantially triple header, triple beam, or quadruple. Look at that quadruple. So they weren't kidding around. I think this is what gives it its the span and the ceiling height above, I'm not quite sure. This is construction that we see a lot, and this is one I have not come across before, so yeah, I just had to check that out. I've got the old asbestos wrapping around the heat and cooling, the heating ducts and whatnot, but at least here you've got the foundation, concrete. You've got probably some previous moisture here before, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything right now. But this space here, it's pretty incredible. So from here to where that laser measure is at the end of the wall, it's 29 feet. We calculated that this would probably be about 670 odd square feet of space. Take a look at that. It's pretty broad, it's pretty substantial. And let's measure from ceiling height. It's always important, as you know. Oops, let me see here. Sorry about that. You're probably staring at Rafi right now. He's like, what is going on? No, that can't be right. 5'9". Nope. Let's see. Let's take a look how we can survey that. 9'7". Now, there is a little bit of a dip here. A little bend, a little bow, not a dip. And I'm sure over time and whatnot, but that's one of the things that contractors, structural engineers will take a look at to see if there's anything of concern. And even at this height, which is from the bottom of these joists to the top of the slab here, you've got 7'5". So you could easily leave a room and have a little partition wall here, perhaps some bookshelves and whatnot. So let's take a look at the back of the house. The most secure door bracing, let's see, as we see. And whoops, lock it here. Unlock it. Aha! There you go. So take a look here. Big yard. I love the crisscrossing parts. I think that's part of Daly City. Just the part over there, and then over here, I can't remember how long 56 feet from the back of the house to the end of the fence there, or the tippy top of the fence. Take a look back here. So there you've got the back side of the house. Now your windows seem to be bigger than the other houses there, and maybe the same as those folks over here. But I think I could see you doing perhaps a walkout deck back here, maybe a walkout set of French doors or sliders down here. You get to enjoy this area too. Really just lovely. The sunsets are pretty spectacular. And that's the end of that video.